Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to F1 22, my team career mode for the Spanish Grand Prix. If you have not seen last episode, we saw something fantastic at the Miami Grand Prix, and it wasn't just our teammate's engine going up in smoke in front of us. We had a new F1 Grand Prix race winner in the form of Red Bull's George Russell. It was a while ago, so I'm trying to remember. We had a one-off livery for the Miami Grand Prix before the full-time livery was changed. I'll get to that here in a moment. But yes, we qualified on pole once again. It was our 73rd career pole position. Sergio qualified P2. Sergio led the first lap, but going into the first corner of lap 2, the engine of Sergio Perez went pop. And then we had issue of spinning and just we went down to the back of the grid. We fought our way back up to the front. We fought our way up to George Russell. We were pushing our tires quite a bit, and we caught Russell. And we had a massive last few lap shootout. Unfortunately, Lando stuck going into the final lap of the Grand Prix. Lando Norris stuck his nose somewhere that wasn't supposed to be. Lando! Go fuck yourself. He ended up ruining both of our chances. Screen freeze. So, yeah. Goody. So, George Russell went on to take victory for the first time in his career, took Red Bull's first career race win. No. Russell got his first career race win, and then he got Red Bull's first win since season 1. So, in that time that Red Bull were not competitive for a championship, McLaren have been the ones who are always there, annoying us to hell, my team. And, well, with Norris having 2 bad races, it means that Red Bull and Ferrari sit in second and third in the Constructors' Championship. Still early days, but with these early days, data is showing that McLaren isn't going to be able to get another P2 finish in the Constructors' Championship. And it may look like it's either the Scuderia Ferrari or Red Bull Racing. It'll be so nice to see Red Bull Racing take victory once again in the Constructors' Championship. But that means I wouldn't take Constructors' glory. So P2 is kind of all I can ask for them. We are technically partners. But partnership has been slanted massively after the season 1 title fight. And that is actually brought in Porsche from season 3, and, well, we only had Porsche for 1 season, and the only reason we had to bring Porsche in was because we had stolen Max Verstappen away from Red Bull Racing. So Red Bull decided, well, we're not going Power U anymore. So we brought Porsche in, but at the same time, we signed a sponsor contract with Audi Racing. Porsche didn't like this, so they only sponsored and powered us for one season. This would be one of the 2 best seasons that our team has had so far. We did have a couple of engine faults, mostly me, but we took all but 2 race victories that season. The other 2 race victories were, of course, Lando Norris and McLaren. Following season, we bring Audi in. However, we could not bring Audi in for the first few races. I still to this day don't know why, but we weren't. But we had signed one of the F1 greats, Michael Schumacher, to F1, to return to Formula 1, to try and bring him an 8th world title. And in the start, he dominated. The first 4 race wins were his. He won the first 4 races. 3. First 3 race wins. He won Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. But then we went to Miami, and by just a short amount, we beat him, and then that capitalized throughout the season until Abu Dhabi, where Michael finally broke the winning streak for us, and we had to say goodbye to the ultimate season that we thought we were going to have. It was still an amazing season. We took all of the race victories. We ended up winning the championship at the U.S. Grand Prix last season, which was, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I hope I can do something like that again. Probably not, but hey. And then that brought us to now. Our teammate this season is Sergio Perez, as Michael Schumacher refused to re-sign with us. He actually took his son out of Formula 1. So we have no more Schumachers on the grid. No more German drivers on the grid this season. Our teammates with Sergio Perez. Audi kind of left the team for the first few races, but then I re-signed a contract renewal with Audi Racing, and they have brought some new parts to the engine going into this race weekend. And overall, we changed the livery. That I'll be putting out a short of the livery. It is a very good looking livery. So Audi has strengthened their partnership with us, and it seems like Red Bull may be back to possible championship winning ways, possible race winning ways, and who knows, maybe Russell can annoy us a bit, just like how Lando annoyed us in Season 2 and Season 3. Now, I've talked for 9 minutes. I think it's time to head to qualifying. Here we go. This is insane. It's not even wet weather. It's raining. Come on. I can't do this. I cannot. It is raining. It is raining. I'm stuck. There's nothing I can do. It is raining. And they send me out on the dries. It is not dry weather. As you can see, it is very much so wet out.
I'm a huge Formula One fan. Like,
It's race day here in Spain. It's lights out and away we go. Audi bringing a new car to Formula One. New car livery, I should say. Down the inside, George Russell! Come on, Joe, why do you have to keep doing these things to me? 2 times in the span of 2 races, you bitch. So Sergio Perez... Oh, now you brake test me. I see how it is, you little bitch. Sergio Perez ended up having to serve a grid penalty due to his engine going pop from Miami. And, well, it seems like George Russell didn't have enough of leading a race back in Miami, because he's once again in the lead of a Grand Prix. Lando Norris started first. I think George Russell just had the better start to the race. Whoa, 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 whoa. We almost make massive contact with the Alfa Romeo of Valtteri Bottas. We're up to P13. Probably could have been better if it weren't for Joe. The incident with Joe, but hey, whatever. Just bringing another rivalry into a different career mode. Fastest purple first sector. Charles Leclerc trying to overtake the Mercedes man of Daniel Ricciardo to get into the points. Ricciardo holding strong, however, I think it's going to be the Ferrari driver who wins this battle out. We're just trying to get past Tsunoda. Whoa! Hello. Don't know what happened there. Just felt like the car just did not brake. I went on the brakes. There it is again. I feel like it's raining or the brakes just aren't working. Thank you, Mark. Yes, I totally did not know that. I feel like it's raining. Jesus. It is overcast, and there was no showing of rain at all. Purple first sector again. Going to make the lunge on Daniel Ricciardo, but he keeps on turning into me. Jesus, Daniel. And the car stopped thinking it's raining. Yep, Daniel just kept on turning into me. Granted, I kind of did dive bomb him. That time I didn't, but it almost ended even worse. Still a long race. Oh my god, Daniel, stop cutting me off at the last second. You're going to get us both wrecked or something. Tried to give you some room, Charles. I don't know. The steering feels really off. Here we go then. On Gasly. Whoa! What is this? What is this I'm feeling in the car? That's making the braking and steering so harsh. Ugh! I don't like it. I used to be able to go really late on the brakes back in Miami, but anyways, up to P9 behind our teammate of Sergio Perez, who is behind the Alpine of Alex Albon. Double purple sectors in the first two sectors, because that's all we've driven this lap. Trying to make a 2-for-2 deal. 2 cars in 2 corners. We do. We're now up to P7, coming up behind George Russell's teammate of Liam Lawson. Lando Norris moves up to the race lead, courtesy of the DRS, down the main straight. Feels smoother through the third corner than it did ever before. But the heavy braking zone's just, ugh. I don't know what it is. Almost lost the car there, too. Will Russell be able to re-overtake Lando, or will Lando take McLaren's first race victory of the season? Coming to lap 6 and 12 laps to go. So we're trying now to make the move on Liam Lawson. We do get the move done on Liam Lawson. And we're up to P6. Yes, Mark. Coming up on the other Mercedes driver of Lance Stroll. Definitely the better Mercedes driver of this season. His teammate being Daniel Ricciardo. I think Mercedes had it better when they had Verstappen. What the hell was that? No. What the hell was that? Up into the top 5 in a, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's dirty because it's not. Felipe Drugovich in P3 in position for a first career podium for the Scuderia Ferrari. Lando Norris extending his lead ahead of George Russell. I have to go so hard on the gas and then I have to tap the throttle. I can't even coast without it going into the gravel trap. Same there. In all these corners I used to be able to just coast through. I'm not able to no more. And corners that were never an issue are now an issue. Ah! Get past Druvla. It's been so long I've driven this car. I think that's the only reason. I'm sorry for my complaining, guys. It's been so long since I've driven this car. Even then, we brought some upgrades to this circuit, so car is a little more downforced, and I'm not really excited when I have to get reset into the pit lane. Alright. Oh, Russell stayed out. We'll see how that works out for him.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
So we gain time on Lando on that pit stop. Lando, the first driver on the medium tire. I'm surprised that Red Bull doesn't have George as their first driver. I mean, he was running up in first. I'm surprised they pitted Liam Lawson first. Generally, I am. Because, one, Russell is the one who won a race. He's the one leading the Red Bull Championship charge. I just don't get it. And he's on the hard tire. Wait, did he start on the... Wait. Oh no, George. George, no. Russell is out with a engine failure. And our race winner from Miami, who was running in the top two all day long, will not be finishing the race. Lance Stroll moves up into P3 ahead of Felipe Drugovich. So could it be a Mercedes P3? The pace that Russell is showing is strong, and I feel like give him the right material, the right car, he'll be able to go for the championship. Unfortunately, Red Bull has durability issues and overall just isn't the best team to go for a championship with. And it's showing here. I feel like the car's coming back to me. I'm going to go to my Aston Martin or Danke Seb career mode and be like, what the fuck is this? Just like how I did it with this career. Honestly, this is just hilarious. Coming to 6 laps to go, Lando. I'm kind of mad at you from Miami. You ruined my chance to win the race. For you to have a chance for P2, because I don't think you were going to catch Russell. You had to start from the back of the grid, dead last, Well, almost. We had Joe behind us, but still. 2 seconds the gap. We are once again the man who is chasing at the end of the Grand Prix. 6 laps remain here in Barcelona. Audi strengthened their partnership with our team after Miami. This is the first race weekend we have with the fully functioned Audi MAR F1 racing team. Can we take victory? We took pole position, however, Sergio had to take grid penalties, so we didn't start on pole. That was the man leading the race at the moment. However, now, coming to 5 laps to go, less than a second behind Norris. Can we overtake him heading down into turn 1? Purple third sector. He's a sitting duck, Lando, without DRS. Here we go. Down the inside. We're going to force Lando a bit wide to ensure the overtake. We are up into P1, leading the race. Can we take a 44th career race victory here in Spain? I can tell you that Lando's going to have something to say about that, but McLaren just is not worthy of chasing after our car on a 1v1 fight. The only reason he was so close to us in Miami was because I was having issues getting around Russell. It is not a very easy circuit to overtake in Miami, mainly because it's a highway. Here in Spain, however, a little bit different. It's an actual racetrack, and it is meant for overtakes to happen. Well, we've had plenty of them. "20 overtakes in this one single race. Started P21. Currently running P1. Two and a half seconds ahead of the McLaren of Lando Norris. And pulling away. He may catch us through that corner. It's easier now that I'm in clean air. I feel like this is where the car belongs. Oh wait, that's right. It is where the car belongs. 3 seconds the gap now ahead of Lando Norris. And a lot of time down the front straight. I think I might have had a tank slapper in the final corner or something. But either way, he was quick down the main straight, as the McLaren usually is. Alright, so it's going to be cutting it short because there's 2.5 laps to go, and we only have 3 laps of fuel in the tank. So we will see what happens. Felipe Drugovich trying to overtake Lance Stroll for the final podium position. This is a massive open goal for McLaren and Ferrari because, well, Red Bull main man, George Russell, is out of the race, and Liam Lawson is only currently running P6 behind both McLarens, and he's sandwiched between the two Ferraris. 2 laps remain here in Spain. Ooh, that rhymed. We've taken the most race victories at this single circuit that we have in any other in any other race circuit that we've raced on in this career mode. This is the circuit we have been most successful on as a team and as a driver. 0 times. Well, actually, maybe Dan might have beaten us here. I can't remember. What I do know is we've won here as a team at least 5 times in all of the first 5 seasons. 4 seasons, actually. I'm losing count of how many seasons we're on. This is season 5. We are only a lap away from taking a 5th race victory as a team here in Spain. The one circuit that, other than Abu Dhabi, that this team has won at every single season. About half a lap left in the tank. Can we finish the race out? Ahead of Lando Norris still. He's closing. However, 5.5 seconds in the final corner. It's a bit of a much too big of a gap. We win for the 5th time here in Spain. It's a 44th career race win. And we zoom out into the lead of the Drivers' World Championship ahead of Sergio Perez. Lando Norris makes gains in the championship. McLaren makes gains. And we take victory. And Felipe Drugovich for Ferrari finishes P3. .44th career trophy to add to our trophy cabinet. What a race. From the last row on the grid to victory. Poor George Russell gets his first career race victory and then DNFs out of the very next race.
So let's review the updated driver standings. Martin increases their championship lead. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Martin. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy
So, Red Bull will be breathing a massive sigh of relief because they still hold P2 in the Constructors' Championship, but only by 6 points ahead of Ferrari. In the Drivers' Championship, Charles Leclerc moves up 4 points ahead of George Russell. They were tied on points for P3, so with Russell having been DNF'd, it was going to be a Charles Leclerc gaining points and moving up to P3. However, George Russell continues to hold on to P4 in the championship and can very easily still make charge for a championship victory. In the Constructors' Championship, however, we do kind of have that locked down at the moment. 101 points ahead of Red Bull. And further down, the 4 teams without any points this season: Haas, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, and Williams. In that order, Sergio finishes P7 from P10. He scores 6 points overall, 32 points gained as a team. I'm gonna go lie down and take a nice long nap after that race. Congratulations, Felipe Drugovich, on a first career podium here in Spain. Gets it with Ferrari. Ugh. Whew. Man, oh man. Daniel Ricciardo finishes P9. He scores 2 points. Lance Stroll finishes P4. He gains 4 points. It is 14 points gained from the Silver Arrows. McLaren P2 and P5. 28 points gained for McLaren overall. Ferrari P3 and P8. 19 points for Ferrari. Red Bull only 8 points, with Liam Lawson finishing at P6. What a eventful race. We had George Russell. Man, George Russell, I feel bad for him. I feel so bad for him. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave a like rating. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.